Hey y'all, my name is Karen. I'm here to guide you through this all levels Vinyasa flow class. Well, everything but the kitchen sink. So we'll hit up all the different parts of the body, hopefully have a little fun as we get moving today. Glad to have you. We're going to start standing at the top of our mats. Take your feet about hips width distance apart, maybe a little wider if that feels better for you. Give your knees a little bit of a bend so you can sense that you're getting grounded. And shift your body weight forwards, back, little side to side. Spread your toes wide. Press into the pads beneath your big toes, pads beneath your little toes and your heels. And as you're ready, join your hands together in front of your heart. Soft gaze, or you can close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Open mouth. Again, inhale. Open mouth. Once more to the top, fill all the way up. And open mouth. Blink your eyes open. Stretch your fingers down towards the floor. Spin your palms forwards. Continue to press into the feet on your next inhale. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. First fold of the day. When you get there, hang out. You can hold on to opposite elbows. You can rock a little side to side. You can shake your head, no. And yes. Release the grip of your elbows, fingers towards the floor. From here, you're going to bend your left knee really deep. Walk your left fingers underneath your nose and find a twist. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Big inhale. And then release the right arm down. Exhale. Bend your right knee. Walk your right fingers under your nose. Stretch your left arm out and up. Inhale. And then release your left hand down. Exhale. First half lift, hands to your shins. Inhale. And then plant your palms. Step back, high plank on your exhale. Fingers spreading wide. Push through the floor. Shoulder blades moving apart. Take your gaze slightly forwards. Your knees can be up or down. Stay in plank. Bend your elbows. Lower all the way to your belly. Point your toes back. Tops of your feet to the mat. Elbows hug in. Let's start with baby cobra. Inhale. Maybe pick up the hands. They're so light. Exhale, lower yourself down. If you'd like this time, pressing into the hands, maybe a medium cobra. Inhale. And lower yourself down. Exhale. Okay, the last time here, take your hands off your mat, tent up onto your fingers, point your elbows to the ceiling. And then press into your fingers, lift your chest as high as you can. Inhale. Dip your left shoulder forward, lean a little to the right. Exhale. Press back up. Inhale. Lean your right shoulder forward, dip left. Exhale. And then one more inhale. Drive into your fingers. Curl the center of your chest up. And exhale, lower yourself all the way back down. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up into tabletop position, hands and knees. And moving through cat and cow. Inhale, let your belly drop, send your chest forwards. Exhale, press the mat away as you round. Your rhythm, your breath. Inhale, belly drops, chest forwards. Exhale, press the mat away as you round. Feel free to close your eyes. You can draw circles with your hips. Couple here on your own. So a little free movement, whatever feels good for you today. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. First downward facing dog. Walk out your legs when you get there. You can bend one knee, sink the opposite heel. Pressing the mat away, lifting your hips up high. Could mean that you keep your knees slightly bent in down dog the whole time. Wrap your upper outer arms. Get really grounded into your inner hands. And try to sense the tops of your thighs were lifting up and back. Keep pressing the mat away. Pick your heels up high. Inhale. Big bend into your knees. Press your chest to your thighs. Look forward. Travel all the way to the top of your mat. Feet might be together now, or you could keep them hips width. Hands to your shins or feet or the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold. Let all the breath out. All the way to stand. Inhale, press into your feet. Reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's get moving. Keep spreading your toes wide. Keep pressing into your feet. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Let your right arm drop to the right as you exhale. Easy side bend. Send your hips left. Back up. Inhale. Let your left arm drop. Easy side bend as you send your hips right. And then stretch back up. Inhale. Bend your elbows. Baby back bend as you exhale. Reach back up. Breathe in. And fold. Breathe out. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, stepping back, high plank. Knees can be up or down. Shift yourself slightly forwards. Bend your elbows. See if you can lower halfway, pause. You can stick with Cobra if you're ready. Up dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Keep your shins, your knees, your thighs, your pelvis hovering. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Lift your hips up and back. Couple full deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose if you'd like. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Next inhale, pick your heels up high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, walk, float all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. And fold, breathe out. Press into your feet all the way to stand. Inhale, arms reach up. Let your right arm drop, side bend, exhale. Inhale up. To your left. Up, inhale. Baby back bend, exhale. Reach back up, breathe in. And fold, breathe out. Inhale halfway. Plant your palms, step or float. Chaturanga, chest forward, bend your elbows as you lower. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale, imagine you are dragging the mat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Don't mind me, I'm just going to be fixing my mic this entire time. Lift your heels up high, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Last time through, all the way to stand. Reach up. To the right, exhale. Up. And left. Up. Back bend. Stretch all the way back up. And fold. Longest spine until the bottom. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float. Cobra or up dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Right away, lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. And fold, breathe out. This time, bending your knees, please. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit your hips back and down, reach your arms up. Weight into your heels, move the tops of your thighs back into your hip sockets. One more full breath in, make length in your spine. And exhale, fold. Little change, halfway up, inhale. Pick up your right foot, step it all the way to the back of your mat. Lower your right knee down. And reach your arms up, inhale, low lunge. Pressing into your front foot, move your pubic bone, the front of your waist back. Maybe give the right side of your seat a little squeeze. Opposite of that, your hip flexors, opening up the front of your right hip. You could look up, touch your palms, breathe in. Exhale, hands frame your front foot, draw your hips back, beginning to lengthen your front leg. Ardha, Hanumanasana, half splits. You can dig into your front heel, curl all 5 of your toes towards your nose. Keep in mind today we're not going to do a lot of repetitions, so it's kind of just like one time through everything. Let it feel good for you. You're going to rebend your front knee. Palms to the mat, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up all the way to straight so you feel your pelvis move away from the floor. And try to float, not drag. Left leg goes up and back. Inhale. Turn your toes to the left. See how high you can lift the leg from inside the hip. If it feels good, bend your knee and open it up. You can draw some big circles here, or be still. And then level out your hips, straighten your left leg, inhale. Virabhadrasana Ii Warrior 2. Left foot between your hands. Spin your back heel. Lift and open your chest. Good. And maybe let your hips and pelvis turn or shift a little bit forward so we're not so worried about square hips. And see if you can feel this outer left thigh wrapping down and underneath. Sensing all the way from the inside of the left hip joint, all the way through the left inner knee extending forwards. Spread your left toes wide. You could soften your gaze or close your eyes. 2 more breaths. Try to feel this energy in the left thigh. On your next inhalation now, straightening your left leg, setting up for Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Reach your left forward, left fingers forward, keep the left side of your waist long. Bring your hand down anywhere, shin, knee, or thigh. Take the top arm, right arm, straight up to the ceiling. Let your chest lean back in the same plane as your left thigh. Hug your left sitting bone in and continue to feel this wrapping, outer left thigh, down and under. And as this external rotation is happening in the front leg, the back leg, try to feel like that inner thigh was rolling down. It's not so much opening in the hips and the pelvis as it is the right ribs reaching up. Then press into your left foot, slowly bring yourself back up, inhale. And rebend your left knee, warrior two. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, big breath in. Good, exhale, bring your hands to frame your left foot. Pause, pop up onto the ball of your right foot, back foot, so you're in that runner's lunge. From here, right hand stays down onto the floor, wrist under shoulder, left arm goes up. Hug the left hip in and back. Keep rolling your left ribs, and then the left leg follows, stacking on top of the right, side plank. You can always lower your right knee down. Otherwise, keep the feet stacked. See if you can turn your left palm forward. Reach all the way towards the front of the room, getting even longer through the left side of your waist. And take your left arm back up, inhale. Set the left hand to the mat, high plank. See how your shoulders are feeling through chaturanga, or go right to dog. Good, pick your heels up high, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Travel all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Bend your knees again. Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Weight into your heels, see if you can sit a little lower, exhale. Take one more breath in. And forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot steps back, left knee down. And as you're ready, reach your arms up, low lunge. Little press into that right foot so you feel your two frontal hip bones lifting up towards your armpits. Lengthen the sides of your waist. And then from here, if you'd like, you can touch your palms, look up, maybe even start to lean back. Take a full breath in. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Sometimes I have to wiggle my front toes forwards first, then shift your hips back, bringing your front leg towards straight as best as you can. And if you had blocks, you could put your fingers on blocks, bring the floor up to you. Try to curl back through all 5 toes. And instead of thinking about your heel reaching forward or down, try to imagine your right heel is sucking in and back. And then rebend your right knee, hands to the mat. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee off, lift your pelvis from the floor, and then push the mat away. Try to float, not drag. Right leg goes up and back. Inhale. Turn your toes to the right. Take the leg as high as you can. Bend your knee and open your hip. Notice if your left heel turns. Try to keep your left heel disappearing behind your toes. Maybe draw some big circles here, or not. And lengthen your right leg, level off your pelvis, inhale. Virabhadrasana Ii Warrior 2. Spin your back heel, lift and open your chest. Directing the gaze over your right fingers. Both sides of your waist long. So you might notice sometimes the right side of the pelvis dips down. So what might it mean for you to lift the right side of your pelvis up? For me, it's actually hugging the top of this left thigh bone, the left femur bone in. outer right hip wrapping up and underneath you. Keep the length on the inside of the right leg as you reach out through your fingers. And as you're here for a couple of moments, just notice if it's easier or more difficult to stay present. Notice where you get distracted. Maybe just come back to your breath. Maybe pay attention to the sensations you feel in your right leg. And straighten your right leg as you inhale. Feel free to shorten your stance. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Reach your right fingers forward all the way from the front of your right hip. And then bring the right hand down anywhere you'd like. Shin, knee, thigh, or block. Left fingers go straight up towards the ceiling. Press the right arm into the right thigh. Roll your right shoulder blade down your back. Maybe you can take the gaze up. Right sitting bones hugging in. Again, see if you can feel the left inner thigh, the inseam of that leg, actually rolling down slightly. Left ribs might still continue to turn up. And then press into your right foot. Slowly bring yourself back up. Inhale. And re-bend your right knee. Warrior 2. Go for it. Flip your right palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands frame your front foot. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. You're in that runner's lunge. You might have to widen your feet a little bit here. Left hand to the floor. Left wrist under left shoulder. Right arm goes up to the ceiling as you twist. Try to let that left shoulder blade draw down your back. And as you continue to turn your right ribs up, the right leg follows. Spin to the outer edge of the left foot, stack the right leg on top. You can lower the knee down. If you can't, turn the right hand forward. Reach all the way towards the front of the room. Let your left side, your bottom side waist, lift your right side waist higher, almost as if you're trying to make a rainbow. Top arm goes back up, inhale. Right hand to the mat, plank. See how your shoulders are feeling through chaturanga or right to dog. Lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, float all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. And fold, breathe out. All right, rebend your knees. Few chair poses today. Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms come up. You're welcome, Mary Grace. Exhale, hands to your heart. Lean forward and revolve to your right. Feel free to touch the elbow to the thigh, or you could hook it outside. If you're hooking, drag your thumbs back to the center of your chest as your chest is reaching forward. And then exhale, start to turn your right ribs up. You could extend your arms apart, left fingers towards the floor, right fingers towards the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out. Can the knees stay bent? Inhale, chair pose, arms come up. Ooh. Right into that other side, hands to heart, happy legs, lean forward, twist to your left. Hook the elbow or not. If you're hooking the elbow, use the press of your upper outer right arm into your left thigh to turn your left ribs up. Try to continue to sit your hips back and down. As you inhale, you create length. As you exhale, in the emptiness of the breath, maybe there's more room to rotate or not. All right, inhale, chair pose. I think this is the last one. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, squat and curl. Lift your heels, bend your knees, round your back, draw your forehead towards your knees. And then if you'd like, separate your knees here. You can walk your arms forwards, maybe forearms down, drop your head. Little fold. And this could be where you remain. This is enough for you today. No thanks, you don't want any more. Otherwise, if you'd like, you can start to work into Bakasana or crow pose. You might have to hop back a little bit. Hands to the mat out in front of you. Spread your fingers wide. And then lift your hips up about halfway. Drag your hands in slightly so you can snuggle your knees to your upper arms. Almost think like your armpits. From here, keep bending your elbows. They should be back behind your wrists. The feet are probably not going to come up until the elbows shift forwards over the wrists. So shift your body weight forwards until your elbows are over your wrists. And now see where you want to go. Forwards, right? Not down. Keep pushing. Float one foot up. Maybe both. Push, push, push. Heels towards your butt. If you feel good, inhale. Shoot it back. Chaturanga. If you're still in the squat, just make your way back into downward facing dog. It's real fun to do this with, y'all. Okay, on your next inhale, float your right leg up and back, please. Exhale, high lunge. Right foot between your hands. Back knee, back heels lifted. Arms reach up and overhead. Fingers towards the ceiling. See where you live in your pelvis and your spine. If you're very bendy like me, soften your back knee. Again, 2 frontal hip bones up. So just like in low lunge, try to move your front ribs towards your back ribs. And then maybe you keep the knee bent the whole time. Otherwise, if you can stay neutral in your spine, you might start to reach your left heel back from the back of your seat as opposed to the back of your knee. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane arms. Reach your fingers back. If you can't, turn your palms up. Move your shoulder blades into your back body. Your legs are going to be the mechanism, the thing that moves you now into star. So I want you to press into your right foot especially. Turn to the left. Star pose, toes out, heels in, reach up. And then exhale, goddess. Bend your elbows and your knees. Sit deep. Keep your knees bent. Extend your arms wide. Inhale, maybe there's a little back bend. Exhale, Virabhadrasana or eagle, right arm under. And you could just give yourself a hug if this is enough. Otherwise, cross at elbows. Backs of palms maybe front. Take a full breath in. You're welcome to stay upright or on your exhale. It might feel good to round forwards. Big stretch in the inner legs. Full breath in. Full breath out. Press into your feet. Slowly unwind. Inhale, star pose. Reach up. And then turn your right toes forwards. Warrior 2 once more. Let your left foot pivot a little with you. Flip your right palm. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Keep your right knee bent, this time extended side angle. Elbow or forearm to thigh. You could take a straight arm inside the leg. Top arm can reach to the ceiling, maybe all the way forwards towards the front of the room. If you want to go for that half bind, left arm goes behind your back. Hug your right sitting bone in. This might be where you remain. Otherwise, look out in front of your right toes. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Slide your right hand out in front of you. You're going to push into the right foot, hug the right sitting bone in to float your left leg up. Don't worry so much about your hips. Maybe lean your left shoulder back over your right. Feel pretty good. You could bend your left knee, Shavasana. Kick the leg back. Move your shoulder blades towards one another. Open your chest. Oy. Release the back foot if you have it. Bend your right knee. Stretch your left leg further back. Step all the way back into Warrior 2. Inhale. Bring your hands to frame your front foot through Chaturanga or go right to downward facing dog. All right, y'all, left side, float your left leg up and back. Step your left foot between your hands, high lunge or crescent lunge. All 10 toes face forwards. Reach your arms up. Maybe softening your back knee, trying to find neutral in your pelvis. What feels stable, what feels steady for you today. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane arms, chest forward. Reach your fingers back. Really extend through your back leg. Right, and then you're going to press into the left foot to help you with this transition. Lift to open as you turn to the right. Star pose. Toes out, heels in, reach. Exhale, goddess. Bend your elbows and your knees. And then keep your knees bent. Take your arms straight out to the sides. Inhale. And then left arm goes under the right, Garudasana, eagle, or you could just give yourself a hug. And you might stay upright here, maybe thinking about lifting your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Or if it feels good, exhale, you can start to let yourself round forwards. Spread your toes wide. Press into the pads beneath the big toes and the outer edges of the feet. Feel your inner arches active. And then your next inhale, slowly press the floor away. Reach up, star pose. Your left toes turn forward. Your right foot will pivot a little with you. Back into Virabhadrasana Ii Warrior 2. And then flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your left arm forward, elbow or forearm to thigh. Top arm can go up, or you can reach it forwards towards the front of the room. Press your left elbow into your left thigh to spin your right ribs up. You could go for that half bind, right arm behind your back. Maybe again, this is where you stay today. This is enough. Otherwise, take the energy in that left leg forward. And you can always hop your right foot in a little bit first, but you want to try to not kick off the back leg because that's going to be difficult momentum to hold. So look forward, see where you want to go, shift forward. And as you take the weight into the left foot, you're going to push the floor away with your left foot to float your right leg up. Ooh, shaky legs. Stay here. This could be enough. Maybe that Chopasana variation, bending your right knee, holding onto the foot or the ankle. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lean your chest back and kick. Good. Release the back foot if you have it. Start to bend your left knee as you stretch your right leg even further back. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Breathe in. Hands frame your front foot through your Vinyasa, or you go right to downward facing dog. From here, take a big inhale, look forward. Start to bend your elbows. See if you can wrap your upper outer arms to the floor, maybe one at a time or both at the same time. Dolphin Pose. Okay. If you need to set your knees down first, you can also interlace your fingers. You can make prayer hands, say a little prayer for yourself, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips. You want to try to keep your head lifted, so push into your forearms. Maybe walk your toes in a little closer towards your elbows. Thinking hips, trying to get over the shoulders. Keep pushing, keep looking forward. You could lift a leg up, try not to let your thigh roll open. Keep your pelvis quote unquote square. Breathe. Keep pressing into the forearms. Set your right leg down. Lift your left leg up. And keep your left leg lifted and then just lift your right leg up as well. No big deal. Good. I'm not even going to do that today in case I fall and kick over the chairs at the restaurant my husband manages. Shout out to Mahe and Seal Beach. That's where I'm at right now. Set your left toes down. Lower your knees down. Child's pose. You can bring your forehead to the mat. Your arms come back. You could sit. You could grab some water. You could wipe your sweat. You have one last little piece, and then we're done. So a couple of breaths. Just notice where you are in this moment. All right. Downward facing dog. Very short, last little round here. Downward facing dog. Still going to be fun. Okay, inhale, float your right leg up and back. Let's come back into high lunge, right foot between your hands, back knee, back heels lifted, arms reach up. Now at any time, you're welcome to set your back knee down. We're going to add the twist here, hands to your heart, lean forward, and you're going to revolve to your right. Again, you could hook your left elbow outside your right thigh or not. You could also come back to that left hand down, right arm up variation. And maybe working your left armpit towards your outer right thigh. And then you could fly the arms apart, reaching left fingers towards the ceiling, left fingers towards the floor, right fingers to the ceiling. Still feeling pretty good. Turn the right palm forward and reach all the way towards the front of the room so the bicep is framing the ear. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And slowly unwind. Hands frame your front foot. Little long pyramid pose. Shift your hips back and straighten your front leg. Feel the root of that right thigh bone moving back into your hip socket. And then if you can, you're going to try to keep your right leg straight. Push into your palms. Pick your right heel up. Float it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. If you feel pretty good here, you're going to roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Land the ball of your right foot behind your left thigh. Hips and heart go up, wild thing. Take your right fingers to the ceiling. Maybe reach the arm up and overhead. If you're still feeling good here, your right hand reach back. You can grab onto the foot or the ankle. If you'd like to take Chandrasana or partridge pose, you want to come back slightly into side plank first. See if you can pick the right foot up. Hold on to the foot or the ankle. Squeeze your shoulder blades, kick back. That one's hard. Good. Downward facing dog. No chaturanga. All right, last side, left side. Float your left leg up. And I'm doing this with you, okay, so I know. High lunge. Arms come up. Take a big breath in. Remember, you can set the back knee down. Hands to your heart. Lean yourself forward. Revolve to your left. Hook the elbow or not. If it is hooked, press your right arm into your outer left thigh to spin your left ribs up. You can start to work the armpit towards the outer hip. Maybe fly the arms apart, right fingers, maybe right hand to the floor. Keep firming your back leg straight. And you can turn your left palm forwards and reach all the way towards the front of the room. Big turn from the sides of the waist. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. Now I'm sweating. Slowly unwind. Hands frame your front foot. Draw your hips back and straighten your front leg. And if you don't like this variation, you can drop your back knee down and just come back into that half split shape we did earlier. And then plant your hands. See if you can keep your left leg straight. You're going to push the floor away. Suck your left thigh bone into your hip socket, up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee. Stay here or spin to the outer edge of your right foot. Land the ball of your left. Hips and heart up. Push into your right hand. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Take the arm overhead. If you'd like to try that Chandrasana variation, you're going to shift a little bit back into side plank, so less of a back bend. Take the left hand far back behind you. See if you can pick the foot up. Grab onto the outer ankle of the foot, kick your shoulder blades, lean back. It's hard for me to talk when I do that. Good. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels up high. Bend your knees, look through your hands, and come all the way through to have a seat. Oh, okay. Legs out in front of you. I do this and then I'm like, why did I decide to teach that flow? Dandasana, staff pose. Hands relatively next to your hips wherever you can to get straight arms and straight legs. Sit up really tall, lifting your low back, lifting your chest. From here, bend your right knee. Grab onto your right shin and slide your right heel towards your right sitting bone. If the right side of your pelvis has lifted up, just straighten your right leg forwards a little bit. Keep flexing through your left foot. Right hand goes behind you. You can be on fingers. Left arm goes up. Get long first, inhale. And then exhale, twist to the right. You can either hug your knee in or you can hook your left elbow outside your right thigh. Press the floor away with your back hand to get taller, inhale. And then exhale, maybe you can twist a little deeper. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then gaze forwards. Unwind, both legs out in front of you. Dandasana, staff pose, press into the floor. Lift your chest. Bend your left knee, hold onto your left shin, take your heel close to your left sitting bone. Again, a little forwards if you find that you're getting lopsided. Left hand goes behind you. Right arm goes up, lengthen first. And then exhale, you can hug the knee or you can hook the elbow in as you twist. And again, it's this breath in to get tall. This breath out, maybe rotate your left ribs to the left. Stay active through your right leg as if you were standing on it. Look forward to unwind and then untwist. All right. If you need room, you're going to turn to face the long edge of your mat. I'm going to give us the option here to take Upavishta Konasana, so wide-legged forward fold. And if you're like, no thanks, soles of your feet together, knees open wide for Baddha Konasana. Otherwise, make sure my mic's still on. Take your legs out wide. I'm telling you, all this technological stuff makes me feel like a boomer. Hands onto the mat in front of you. Your knees can stay bent, get really tall as you inhale. You might feel more comfortable staying upright wherever you are. Otherwise, exhale, you're going to fold forward to go down. You can take your forearms onto the floor, blocks in front of you. Some of you might be able to come all the way down onto your forehead. You actually want to think about your sitting bones moving back behind you, so the bottom of your pelvis moving back, so that the front of your pelvis can tip forwards over your leg bones. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Walk your hands and lift your chest if you folded. Take your legs together. Turn back to face the top of your mat. And come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in for happy baby. Hold on to the backs of your thighs, your shins, or the outer edges of your feet. You can let yourself rock. You can straighten one leg or both. And bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms across your shins. You can take your forehead up to your knees, round your back. And then release yourself down. Shavasana. Much deserved. So you don't have to lay on your back if you don't want. If you've been laying a lot or sitting a lot recently, you can lay on your side. You can lay on your belly if you have a wall and there's not a lot of masks on it. Take your legs up the wall. Otherwise, just let everything flop. And just as we begin, inhale. Open mouth. Breathe in. Open mouth. And one more to the top. And let it go. Allow yourself to stay here for as long as you'd like. I would say at least 5 minutes. You can set a timer, choose a song. There is a Shavasana song. It's the last song on my playlist that's in the video info here. You just listen to that. If you're feeling good, let yourself stay longer. Thank you so much for letting me be your guide today. Again, my name is Karen Scheidler. Gratitude to you. Namaste.